Hello, today's number 62 or 63, I'm not sure, and what am I going to talk about before? Maybe number 62, and today, August 3rd, August 3, today's topic, it's not topic, it's more like some idioms I just remember today. So like I said before, I mean the previous video I posted yesterday, you know, I decided to talk about some vocabularies or some idioms I learned. So that's why, I can explain some idioms, some vocabularies for you guys. And first, at the end of the day, oh, sorry, the reason why I decided to post these kind of things and I decided to change my style to like this. I mean, when it comes to speaking, and if I want to, in the future, I wanna speak in English freely, and I wanna speak in English more fluently, like a not native speaker, but it's more like, without any stress. And I want to use English as tool to communicate with other guys, foreigner, or someone who can speak English very well. And sometimes, when I use English, or there are a lot of room to improve my English skill. And I often feel like I don't want to use English anymore because Japanese is way more useful, and Japanese is way more easy for us to use to communicate with people, especially Japanese. But you know how English is English is used worldwide, and I would say most of people can speak English very well. But Japanese is not. Yeah, so that's why, if I and you want to communicate with other guys, we need to study, and we need to improve my English skill. And when it comes to speaking, the best way to improve is that try to use a word more and more, and a lot of time, so that's why I try to explain some words and some sentences I remember today. First, anyway, let's get the ball rolling. And first, at the end of the day, which mean is 結局. For I'm gonna show you a sentence. At the end of the day, what I'm saying doesn't really matter, because choice is yours. This is a sentence. At the end of the day, like you can use finally or eventually instead of at the end of the day. I think. I'm not sure, but repeat after me. At the end of the day, what I'm saying doesn't really matter, because choice is yours. At the end of the day. Now I try to make a sentence using at the end of the day. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, if you enter a previous company or not, doesn't really matter, because life is yours. And second things, if that makes sense, which mean, did you get it, or did you understand, or something like that. I'm gonna show you one sentence. I want some cold, but at the same time hot. If that makes sense, something like that. Now I try to make a sentence with if that makes sense. Okay. I bought a new book. And it has a lot of difficult English vocabulary, but at the same time, the context is so easy. If that makes sense. So lastly, if you think about it, for instance, not bad is sort of like neutral. If you think about it, I mean, if you think about it, means try to something from different way or from different angle. Okay, I've just come up with a sentence. English is very, very difficult. I mean, language is very tough. If you want to speak like a native speaker, but if you think about it, if you get the skill at once, you can communicate with a lot of people. Yeah, come to a conclusion. Today I and you try to remember and try to learn 3 idioms at the end of the day. And second, if that makes sense. And lastly, if you think about it. At the end of the day, finally, eventually, I would say. And second, if that makes sense. Did you get it or did you understand? And lastly, if you think about it, or try to think about something from different angle. That's it.